Why didn't I listen to Sarah? He came over, Paul, and we talked. We talked a lot, and, you know, I showed him around my place, and I even told him about these video diaries, which he thought was funny, but kind of cool. And then we watched a movie. You know, we were sitting on the couch, and we started getting closer, and then we started to, we tried to, I was so happy. You know, I was terrified, of course, but I was just so happy. But then he freaked out. He jumped away from me, and he looked confused and scared as well, and then just disgusted. And he started yelling, and he pushed me away when I tried to come to him, to help him, to comfort him. And he yelled and called me names, and he told me I don't really remember all of it clearly. Just the things he was saying, his words, and how he looked, and so angry and hateful. I've never seen him like that, and he looked at me like that. It was me he was. I don't know what would have happened if he would have stopped, or what he would have done, but someone knocked on the door at some point. I think one of my neighbours who heard the yelling, so he stopped and snapped out of it. But he looked at me the same one more time before he left. And I can't deal with this. I can't, I don't know how to deal with this. And I know it's so stupid. I shouldn't let someone make me feel like this. I shouldn't be able to, but I can't. God, why did I? Fuck. Sarah keeps calling, asking where I am and why I'm not at work. She actually tried to come over as well. I mean, she did come over, but I didn't let her in. I couldn't let her see me like this. I just can't. I can't see anyone right now. But I have been going over all the old letters again, trying to piece it all together. But there's just something I'm missing. I know there is. And I don't think I'll be able to figure it out, not without more information. So I haven't seen the guy who was dropping them off again either. But I guess I haven't really been looking. I don't even know who I am anymore. How to sign these. Seymour? I don't think so. Not anymore. Nor do I know who this is for. Who have most of the letters I've written throughout my life been for? None except the obvious, myself. Now, these are little more than some record of my sanity or descent into madness as I'm faced with the existential dread that creeps further into my consciousness with every passing day. Every morning when I wake expecting to find you, him, whoever he might be, standing at my door to pull me into his arms and tell me everything will be okay. He's here now. You aren't alone. Everything will be okay. He never comes. He won't. He would have already if he was going to. I'm losing faith. Faith in the world, my future, myself. I've had signs my entire life that it was all worth it, that I wasn't destined for misery and loneliness, that no matter how bad everything and anything else ever got, I'd always have you to reassure me, to calm me when I needed it most, comfort me in my time of need, just as I would do the same for you as best I could. But you aren't here. No one is. No one but me. I'm terrified to do anything but write. Write, write, write. Eat, drink, sleep, write. Write another letter. It's a dull existence, yet still I never find myself rested, content, or still, or I don't know. What could be around every corner? Anything, everything. I have no way to know. There's nothing I know anymore. It's all been taken from me. No promise, no hope. Except one sliver of hope. One shining beacon on the distant, dark horizon, though its light grows brighter all the time. Every day, when I wait for him to come, I tell myself, this is the last time. I'm ready to leave, ready to move on, go back. But still I wait another day, convince myself tomorrow will be the one. He's just a little late, been tied up somewhere, somehow. But I'm tired of waiting, tired of living like this. There's one more thing I can do. Perhaps tomorrow will be the day. How much of this am I just projecting myself onto? I mean, is it actually saying any of what I think it's saying, or is it just my frame of mind right now while reading it? Are the parallels between me and this actually there, or am I just misreading? I guess at least he has some kind of hope, some beacon on the horizon. Is that something he's gonna do? Something drastic and irreversible? I don't think I'm ever going to feel better. Every day I wake up and everything hurts. My eyes, my throat, my chest, it all hurts, and the only time the pain goes away is when I'm asleep. but I can't just keep sleeping. I can't sleep anymore. I've tried. Sarah keeps trying to help. And I keep trying to let her. I really want to let her, but it's hard. She's doing everything she can, but I don't think there is anything she can do. And this is probably not going to help either. But at least it's a nice distraction. Trauma. I've always known the link was through traumatic experience. It was clear the first time, glaringly obvious by the second. But somehow, like clockwork, the accidents happened of their own accord. The universe throwing its worst at me in order to give way to the absolute best. I never had to inflict the trauma on myself. I thought about it many times, of course. Throughout the years, the temptation to experiment and see what might happen has come and gone, fluctuating to different levels. But I never seriously considered it, aside from a few errant times, a few misguided, poor attempts. I never had to, not when the promise was there, the guarantee that I'd meet another. With that promise taken away, I'm ready to fully commit like never before. If my theory is true, that self-inflicted trauma can have the same effect as a natural one, I'll be interested to see where my place is. If not, I'm ready to leave this world for good anyway. There's nothing left for me here in this miserable, lonely place. And so, in one way or another, this is goodbye. I remember who these letters are for, I think. A long forgotten memory I hadn't been able to recall, buried beneath the fountain of beautiful experiences. But I think I remember now. I look forward to seeing you when I find you, though I think it'll be some time, some years before then. He's talking about killing himself. It has to be that. I don't know what else it could all be. Inflicting trauma on himself and it linking to something, linking to feeling better, maybe. And he's tried before, but this time he's going to try again properly because he's miserable and lonely. What the fuck? Who the fuck is giving these to me now of all times? And why? I mean, some fucking monster. But I guess he's saying last time he went through something traumatic, he met someone like all the others. I mean, is that what the link is? That they all meet someone after they've gone through something traumatic? maybe. I don't know, but it sounds like he's really going through some things. Whoever he is. I mean, there's no name at the end, and it looks like the same handwriting as the last one. But in the last one he said he doesn't think he is Seymour anymore, whatever that means. I think he's just losing his mind at this point, it seems like. And I don't know who it's for either. There's no one written at the start. I mean, if it just was for Fisher again, he would just write that, right? I don't know why he wouldn't. But at the end, he's talking about knowing, remembering who it is for, and that he's going to see them again after this traumatic thing. I don't know. It's a lot. It's a lot to process, and I don't know if I can deal with this right now. I don't need to think about the things he's talking about right now.